What an outbreak for the Ivory Coast. I didn't really believe in Ivory Coast, but at the same time, I really believe in them. I didn't believe in them if they can iron out their mistake and sort it out. I didn't watch their first game, but their game against Germany, I took my time to really watch and analyze that game. They did very well, but they had a very poor mentality. They had a very poor mentality. In that game, they scored first. They need to kill off the game. They were just losing chances, and they couldn't read and close up gaps. That's why this is the reason why Morocco is much more better team than most of the African teams. In the same match against Norway, their round of 32 match, I joined the game at the later stage, which I saw the way they were pressing, they were playing at side, probably through the introduction of Amad Diallo, and they were doing very well. But they lack some little details. Like winning the ball back, it's always take little time from them. Unlike Moroccans, they pegged Norway back. Norway were playing deep, they were playing very low. And when Norway gets some ball, instead of the Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast team to start their attack, their marking immediately from that front line, they don't do that. They are always sluggish before those one now create some spaces before they now move and try to attack them. This is not how to play a modern football if you really want to win or like a champion. Immediately you lose the ball because you are in their half. You need to close up that space immediately so that you can collect the ball, win the ball back straight away and press again. When they scored the equalizer through Amad Diallo, they went to sleep. It was the Norwegians that were now coming out there playing. At that period, they ought to re-strategize, cool the ball down, move the ball around again so that the Norwegians can be tired more. And when you lose the ball, start the marking from their half. Not for you to be rushing and be, staying far. The gap between the attacker, the striker, the midfielder, and the defense. When Ivory Coast lose the ball, it's quite wide. When I was watching the movement of the Norwegians, I was looking at the way the Ivory Coast are playing. They will concede second goal. They would, because they are not closing enough space. They are not starting the marking from where they should have started it. And even after they equalized, they now started sitting back a bit. In short, football is easy and it is not easy. You have to be very wise when you are playing football, especially when you are active, especially the defenders, the midfielders. You should be able to read some moves. That move that led to the second goal, as before they threw the first pass, I was like, no, this is the space that the midfielder ought to have read, that if this ball should go through here, it will be calamitous. It will be a calamity to the team. And exactly when that ball went through that space, the guy dribbled and pushed the ball to his right. Funniest thing, like three people went to mark him out, now freeing Alan alone. Even the central backs, they left Alan alone. Go and close up that space. These things are just basic terms in football, basic marking. You cannot do that. When I wouldn't blame them, but again, I will also blame them. Because if the first marker has actually closed that space up, the person that left his own marker to go and close up the space wouldn't have done that. Look at the way Alan tapping. Because they actually spoiled my day, because I was actually rooting for an African, because it should be a statement and a fact that coming 9 out of 10 teams made it to the round of 32, but it will be disastrous for the rest of the whole team, the whole 9 that got to the round of 32, to now exit the tournament at the round of 16. Thank God Morocco has scaled through. I was expecting South Africa to scale through because Canada shouldn't be something like a problem to them. But eventually they lost to Canada. We put our hope on Morocco. Morocco did well. That means we have one slot in the round of 16. Now time for Ivory Coast. They did all the playing, they did all the possession, they had all the stats. Eventually they lost the game 2-1. Mentality, coach tactics, these are the things that is killing African football. I don't expect them to lose that game. It is just not right. It is not right. You were playing that fine, you were playing that good, and eventually you lost that game. Eventually, no. They need to go back to the drawing board. Their coach, I don't think it is tactically sound as well. I might be wrong, but the way I'm looking at things, they have to emulate Morocco. They have to keep possession. I've watched the way the European play. They try to keep possession when it's necessary, and they attack and push forward when it's necessary. The Norwegians, do you know what they did? Immediately they scored. They just look at okay, this is the right time now. They just have to push out, and they started coming out, and they got the goal. You guys are not feeling as if you get the no. Oh, I wish they can do better and qualify for the round of 16. It really affected me yesterday. When I finished watching the game, my whole day just went to the drain. I couldn't even comprehend anything. I wasn't happy. I was totally off for that day. I just want an African team again to be there. We have in Morocco also. They should, at least 5 should progress. Now, out of 9, 2 is out, 1 is in. How many do you have left? We have 6 to go. We hope the other 6 will do some magic. And Ivory Coast is part of the people we are looking up to so that they can get us to the round of 32. To the round of 16. They really form my hand. Cote d'Ivoire actually, they downgraded the whole of Africa. They didn't make us proud at all. It was quite unfortunate. They have a good squad, but I think selection and this thing is part of what really killed them. They against Germany, the same thing. They are very, very good against Germany. It's just so painful for an African team to be losing in this manner. You are very close. You are matching them toe to toe, shoulder to shoulder, everything. Now lose. We have to learn the basic of how the Europeans do sources in South Americans. It is not over until it's over. You have to close up space. You have to be very tactical. So that's just it. Well, congratulations to the Norwegians. With due respect, they deserve it. They soak up the pressure and they attack when it is necessary, and they got their goals. So congratulations to Erling Haaland. He is now on 5 goals. And Ivory Coast should go back to the drawing board, do whatever they can do to bring up their football back. African football is separate. When we get to the World Cup, African must deliver, must do very well. The world is so laughing at us at our Nations Cup, at the African Cup of Nations. But we need to tell them that no, African football has actually arrived. So congratulations to the Norwegians anyway.